The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Steve McCranie, let's jump into these charts, my friends. What do we see happening? Well, we see stocks and bonds and gold booming up. Bitcoin down some for the day. Now look at the S&P 500 getting excited as we move toward the 200 EMA. Not there yet. We do see the STC flattening off a little bit, the move up slowing down some, but we're still being hopeful. Yes, we could have things reverse. They could cross over going down. We do have the 2-day STC moving in the right direction too. We've got 4 days there, 2 candles of nice up moves. It's been 2 and then 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, 2 up. Are we going to see more up? Are we going to reverse back over going down? We'll wait. We'll see. We're still negative. On the weekly chart, as far as the STC goes, we do have a green up candle. One green up candle doesn't change everything on the weekly, but it's good to see. And we shall watch and see how close we can get to the 200 EMA. Are we going to bounce off that? Is that going to be a ceiling? Don't know. We'll be standing by. We're still, of course, looking for down movement. That's what we would be trading because we're under the 200 EMA, so we shall keep an eye on that, up 1.02% for the day. What do we see with the NASDAQ 100? Well, we look at the NASDAQ 100. Also booming up 1.44%, even closer to the 200 EMA. Also the STC flattening. We look at the 2-day, of course, it is up 2 candles. Again, we had the 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, 2 up. Is it going to be 2 down? Don't know. But 2 nice big up candles a-going. Weekly is still negative on the STC. And we have a green spinning top the week before last, last week rather. And then this week, we have a green up candle that's forming. We go back a few weeks, we have some spinning tops there, so red ones. So we'll see bouncing off that 200 EMA on the weekly. So let's keep an eye on things, see where this market is going to go. Does it mean the world is great and everything's fine? No. But as we see the stock market a-booming and commodities crying and lots of red down candles there, except for gold and silver. But you start looking at wheat, you look at gas, which is nice for us who buy gas at the pumps. That heading down, that's all good to see. So we'll keep an eye on things and see how far up we'll go. What about bonds? Well, bonds reversed on us. Again, tracking sideways, the summertime trading zone, so we know that you can have all sorts of crazy stuff with this sideways slippage. I mean, look at what we see here. Of course, we've gone back into green. Look at the 2-day where things were up and then sliding sideways for a while. That's all right. What about the weekly? It has turned to green now, flipping over. All that up movement for the day, 1.73%, flipped it over. Now we're going into the 4th week of green up movement. Where are we on the 200 EMA? Way, way below that. But it is heading up nicely, so we'll keep our eye on things and see, is everything going to go into the green? You know, in years past, stocks went up, bonds went down. I mean, and the opposite was true because bonds were a safe haven when stocks were going down. Now everything moving up together. Little crazy. What about gold? Up 1.41% for the day. Still in the red, but we will keep an eye on gold if it's going to move. When I say in the red, I mean it's below the 200 EMA. We are green on the STC, but that's not tradable for us because we got to get above that trend. And of course, on the 2-day, still quite negative. Weekly, still quite negative. Again, touched here the last 2 weeks. That 200 EMA, we're going to see gold bounce off that and move up. Wouldn't that be great? I'm ready to go long gold, but it has a ways to go before that happens. Lastly, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. We're looking at XBTF. That is the VanEck Bitcoin Strategy Futures ETF, traded like a stock on the regular markets. Don't have to get involved in any of those crypto exchanges that could have problems. Some are. But we look at where Bitcoin is, of course, we've seen it move up, down for the day. Again, overall, where is Bitcoin? Well, we look at the 2-day, and of course, we've got two nice strong up candles. It went green, still have a ways to go. We look at the weekly. Of course, green candle for the week, the first we have seen in quite a while, with lots and lots of strong down movement. Hell, we got to go all the way back to a good green up candle back on March the 28th. So again, check out Bitcoin. If we look at the 24-hour Bitcoin chart, we can see on that weekly chart it has moved below the 200 EMA. Green up candle, again trying to move up. Last one we saw back on March the 28th. We look at the 2-day, we're below the 200 EMA there. We're green on the STC. And we look at where we are. You can really see this sideways slide if you impact that stuff in pretty close. You just see where things have been sliding along. Negative on the STC, but again, with all this sideways sliding, not very accurate for you. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on the 2-day. If we've reached a bottom here, wouldn't that be great? Love to see things move above the 200 EMA there. Love to see the weekly sling back around. And again, at some point, hopefully, we're going to have a buy on some Bitcoin to practice trade. We'll wait, watch, and see. By the way, Patreon members, your 20 weekly vertical crossovers will be going out to you this evening. If you're not a Patreon supporter, how about helping us out? Throwing a couple of shekels our way, 3 different levels there. And of course, the number one thing I think you get is that Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, plus the weekly crypto, charting crypto, plus the weekly 20 weekly vertical crossovers up and down. We try to get 10 each way. It depends on where the market is. And of course, once a month, that live question answer call-in session, plus that whole package of all the trainings you get when you sign up. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.